They are the workhorses of the industry, operating under the toughest conditions, manned by skilled and dedicated workers, producing energy that keeps us warm, fuels our equipment, and gets us down the road. Millions of dollars are at stake, and as demand increases and drilling becomes more and more challenging, there's even more pressure to reduce expenses and use the most effective technologies available. With over 25 years in lubrication experience, ProOne has developed the next evolution in drilling lubrication, a game changer in the industry. The ProOne downhole drilling fluid system treatment. Formulated with ProOne's proprietary XPL Plus technology, this fluid treatment takes drilling to the next level. With over 50 times the film strength of regular lubricants, it is designed to reduce heat and friction under the most extreme conditions and has been proven to be the most cost-effective technology for solving problems and saving money. Guaranteed to drop torque, increase ROP, reduce trip outs, save mud motors and drill bits. Compatible with water-based and oil-based muds as well as brine, ProOne Biostable Drilling Fluid Treatment is also earth-friendly and biodegradable. From spud to TD and everything in between, ProOne's problem-solving technology begins to work the moment it enters the well to help operators reach TD faster and safer. ProOne has been proven in real-world applications for oil and gas drilling as well as manufacturing, mining, and transportation. Unmatched in performance and reliability, when it comes to saving money and solving problems, ProOne knows the drill.
This is a test of the Kluber grease versus ProOne using a triple cross-axis friction machine. First, we're going to apply the grease on the spinning race. For full details and data regarding this machine, please refer to the other videos that we have on our YouTube channel, which gives a description of the machine. So applied it on the race, and now we're going to apply some also on the bearing. We will turn on the machine, and we will go ahead and apply a fingerful of pressure, and it will stop at 250 inch-pounds of pressure, which gives us 4,000 pounds per square inch of pressure at point-to-point contact. And as you can see, it will continue to stop. The amp gauge is pegging out. The grease cannot handle the pressure. Now we will take a look at the scar, and as you will notice, it's a pretty significant scar that was generated. Now we will go ahead and test the ProOne EP2 grease. Okay, the machine has been reset, and we will now test the ProOne EP2 grease. So I will take an amount of the grease, which is an NLGI grade 2 type grease, and I will also apply some to the bearing or dowel pin. Now we will turn on the machine just like we did before, and notice that as soon as I apply pressure to the spinning race, the first thing you'll notice is that noise come down, and I could still continue to take this all the way to the ends of the torque wrench, 200,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. I can also shock load it, and it will not stop. The amp gauge is currently reading about 5 amps, and it's staying there. Now we will look at the scar, which is essentially just a burnish mark on the bearing. Okay, here you will observe the two products that were tested. On the left was a 3M grease, which is the Kluber, which was able to withstand about 250 inch-pounds of pressure, which is equivalent to 4,000 pounds per square inch. And on the right, we have the EP2 grease, which was able to take over 600 inch-pounds plus, bringing it to about 200,000 pounds per square inch of pressure at point-to-point contact. You will notice and observe that the scars are very different. On the left, the Kluber grease is just a little bit bigger scar than the ProOne EP2, which is more of a burnish mark. To demonstrate ProOne's 20W50 motor oil, first we're going to test a high-end synthetic 20W50 motor oil. Look and listen to what happens when only a fingerful of pressure is applied to the torque wrench. The machine stops at only 4,000 pounds per square inch of pressure at point-to-point contact, and we can't get it to work. Now we're going to test another 20W50 racing motor oil, and let's see what happens. Again, with just a fingerful of pressure, the machine stops at 4,000 pounds per square inch. Now, let's see what happens with the ProOne 20W50 motor oil with XPO Plus technology. With just a fingerful of pressure as applied before, the machine does not stop. This is 4,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. This is the same point where the other lubricants fail. But watch what happens when we gradually apply more pressure. Now we can take the torque wrench all the way up to the end. We're now at 200,000 pounds per square inch. Taking it a step further, we add water. Only 4% of water in your oil crankcase can cause catastrophic problems. The cup is filled all the way to the top. As you can see, even with the cup full of water, the machine does not stop and is still able to pull at 200,000 pounds per square inch. Taking it yet another step further, we add dirt and fill the cup. Engine oil will get contaminated with dust and dirt, which finds its way into your oil, damaging engine parts. As you can see, even with the cup full of water and dirt, the machine continues to run at over 200,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. All right, Scott, now we're going to go ahead and, as per your request, use a synthetic oil. This one, Mobile 1 at a 530. And once again, not in competition with these oils. We require them in order to work. Our technology is a bonding technology, but so without further ado, let's go ahead and try it. And once again, as I explained before, these products are designed with extreme pressure capabilities, but we turn any lubricant, any conventional motor oil, every synthetic, into a super powerful lubricant. Again, you apply the bearing to the race, it's been reset, and as soon as I apply pressure, it automatically stops that race. That bearing is going to get a lot of damage, but as you can see, I cannot get it past this 200 inch-pounds of pressure. Okay, it's not going to get any better. Okay, now let's take a look. The damage, it's the same as the conventional motor oil. Okay, now what we're going to do is apply our XPO Plus technology, which bonds to metal. Pour a little bit in there. And now we're going to see what it does to this metal. We're going to heal it. And here we go. Remember, everything as you reach 200 inch-pounds, everything seizes, but not our XPL technology. We're going to keep applying pressure, apply more pressure. More pressure, we're at 300 inch-pounds, 400, 450, 500, 550, almost 600 inch-pounds of pressure. It is attracted to heat and pressure. I'm going to shock load it as well, put some abuse on it. Okay? And it's still pulling. And after all that, this is the end result. It's a very, very shiny spot. We went ahead and cooled the peaks of the metal over, so that's why you get that polished mark. What we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to a new spot and show you what the product does by itself with the Mobile 1 And remember, everything seasons right around here, 200 inch-pounds. But again, we're going to apply more pressure, 50 times more powerful than anything that's on the market at this moment. Anybody that puts it in will experience a performance increase right away. And you can bet you can definitely pass somebody on a highway and give you a peace of mind that your engine is going to be protective during that. And as you can see, all you get is a still small burnish mark before, and then here's after. So I hope that helps there, Scott. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you very much.
Kathy, this is Tim Wagner with ProOne. I appreciate you sending the sample of the Gaddis shell grease. I'm trying to keep this video relatively short, so we'll put a fair amount of product. We'll put a whole bunch of it on that we can. And spin this just a little bit, and we'll get this grease. There we go. So this is a good grease. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And we'll get ready and we'll do the comparison as per the email in our visit that we'll use the ProOne. But first of all, we cleaned up the race. We have a brand new roller bearing. You know the numbers on the machine. And it's very, very good grease. It's going to stop right there. You see it's taking just very little pressure, and the amp gauge goes over the other end, and just a little bit of temperature, and you see the heat and the smoke that's coming out of there. So anyway, that's the shell Gaddis grease. I'm going to take just a little bit, just the tip of my pen, and I'm going to add a little bit, and the worst case scenario always is heat and friction. So listen to the noise. As soon as it touches, and now I can pull the machine up with just a little bit of our grease that's on there, and then I can keep pulling and pulling, and it loves, hear the noise, it loves heat and friction. Look at this red gauge and the amp gauge. And this is what I'm saying, is that this is huge energy savings. And as much as I've got this now well over 200,000 pounds per square inch, I can also take this. So if you're outside in bad weather and rain, of course the steam comes up because it was hot, we're underwater, we're in at 200,000 pounds per square inch, and it's running underwater. And then we can take sand, grit, and gravel, take a massive amount of dirt and throw it in there, and then we can pull this thing down, and you're going to hear it chew up the sand, grit, and gravel. And now I can pull this down to 200,000 pounds per square inch. And look at the amp gauge, look at how much load that you've got on this. And we've got a real complicated formula here. Just the tip of my pen will run better in this real muddy, horrible environment. I hope you got the idea when I say that we're extreme and exceptional. And if you look at that, that is just pure ugly. I hope this helps in a demonstration. It's extreme, and that's why we call it XPL, Extreme Pressure Lubricant. Take care, Kathy.